we heard that soundbite from Mr. N. Srinivasan. He didn't say, I will seek a re-election. He says, I will stand for elections. Is it fair for us to assume that he's expecting competition? He's expecting someone to challenge him for that post then?
Well, Nikhil, till now, Mr. Srinivasan has been saying that he will seek an extension of his term. But today, while coming out of the BCCI office, he said, I will stand. That perhaps means that he is also expecting some challenge. He also is expecting that someone on the day of the AGM will perhaps challenge him on the floor of the House. Who will it be? We'll have to see. There are various names doing its rounds. We've heard that Shashank Manohar could be one of those candidates, challenging N. Srinivasan. A pressure group within the BCCI is trying to convince the former president to come in and fight elections against Srinivasan. The Shashank himself hasn't very clearly said till now whether he wants to come back and serve for 1 year, because it's a very, very short term. Whether Mr. Shashank Manohar wants to come and do that tenure, we are not clear at this point of time. But also this pressure group has told him in case he wants to come back, they will ensure that numbers are in favor of him, which means that at least 16 of the 30 votes are for him, are assured before he comes in. So we'll have to see. 10 days are a very, very long time for BCCI election. Anything can happen, but whether BCCI is going into elections or not, that is a question perhaps Mr. Goni can answer as well.
Right, Rika. We'll go across to Mr. Goni now. Sir, irrespective of if he's seeking re-election or will he stand for election, the big question is that everyone would want to know, should he even associate himself with the BCCI, especially considering what happened with the IPL? Shouldn't he wait for his son-in-law to get the clean sheet and then be associated with the board?
It's all for Mr. Srinivasan to decide, and in case he is getting all the support from the members, as you are saying, as your correspondent just now said, that all the members from South are supporting him. So I don't think, like, if I have not heard anything till this time which is particularly against Srinivasan said by anyone. It is just because of his son-in-law being dragged in. So whatever, he has every right in a democracy to contest election. Why not?
Right, but he himself said that, he will stay away from the day-to-day functioning. He said that till son-in-law's case is over, he will not be part of the BCCI. In that sense, don't you think it's unfair to announce that yes, he's going to stand? Shouldn't that be cleared first?
You see, no, listen, I tell you, we got to keep few things clear to our minds. Now there's an election coming up, which is according to the rules of the BCCI, annual general meeting, the designated president is to be elected, and probably your correspondent who has not the proper feedback. Srinivasan continues to be president even for the third year. This will be a designated president for 2014. The election would be held for. So in the situation, like if he doesn't carry with the members, well, if he carries with the members, every member has the right to exercise his vote.
Okay, let me ask you as a member, sir. Let me ask you as a member, would you be happy that Mr. N. Srinivasan continues being part of the board, irrespective of the fact that we still don't have a clear-cut decision on his son-in-law's involvement in that betting case in the IPL?
It is not my being happy for something or not being happy for something.
No, you're part of the board, sir. You have a right to have an opinion.
No, I am part of the board. According to my understanding, there is nothing specific against Srinivasan himself.
Okay, since you mentioned that, you say there's nothing in specific with regards to the betting in the IPL is concerned, I'll go across to Mr. Sahi and I'll talk about Mr. Srinivasan in particular. We have a case recently with regards to the IOA and the IOC where there is an ethics clause where the IOC demands that anyone who stands for election in the IOA should not have a charge sheet against him. Mr. N. Srinivasan has a charge sheet against him at the moment. I know that it's not part of the BCCI constitution, but morally, should he not then step aside? I'm talking about a case which is directly related to him and not his son-in-law now.
Yeah, but Nikhil, I mean, earlier he maintained that one of his relatives was involved, his son-in-law. Now, when you're referring to the charge sheet, he's saying that it has something to do with his business and the company and nothing to do with cricket. So that's the stand he's taken. And, you know, if this is what I've said earlier also, if he could survive June 2, when there was so much pressure and, you know, he actually came away stronger from that, you know, hastily called working committee meeting in Chennai, I don't see him being under too much pressure going into the AGM at this stage. But I mean, if something big happens tomorrow or day after, then we don't know. But I think at the moment, Mr. Srinivasan is fairly strong within the BCCI. And it's you're talking about ethics and related issues. Well, it's for the members of the BCCI first to take a call. If they are, you know, basically it's a club of, you know, 29, 30, 31 individuals, and each of them is happy to keep the, you know, keep things, you know, comfortable and cozy within that small group. So, you know, that's it.